Hey guys, how we doing? Today I want to talk to you guys about some things that I just don't see justifying cheaping out on. Some of these things probably might not make sense to you, but for me, they're things that I just need to put priorities on. No matter what you make, there are things that will be important to you, things that aren't, and those would be where your priorities lie. So let's get into it. My first thing that I would never cheap out on personally is just going to be my car maintenance, like oil changes, tires, brakes, things like this, things that you need to keep an eye on, things that need to be changed out. Don't wait on it, that's kind of how you would cheap out on this one. Is just kind of saying, hey, like, I can wait to get those new tires, I can wait to get those brakes, and kind of just spending money on things that don't really matter too much because your car is just almost dying as you're just giving it this lackluster care. Or you're putting yourself in danger, especially with the tires or the bad brakes, because you can't stop. That's a big issue. So just make sure that you're putting your money and allocating it how you should be is probably what you should be doing. So, hey, maybe instead of, going out a couple times a week or anything like that, put some money to the side and get some new tires so you don't have to worry about almost killing yourself on your way to go have fun. That's why I just don't see why you would cheap out on that. This is something that's crucial. And like I said, these are things that are vital to making the investment, the bigger investment, last longer. So go get these things checked out and done. And hey, everything else could wait. The second thing that I wouldn't really cheap out on is just going to be the food that I eat. I'm not saying you should be shopping at Whole Foods or anything like that, but cutting out things that won't help you to be able to purchase things that maybe are a little bit more expensive is amazing. So, kind of cutting little things out like, eating candy all the time, or maybe just, things that probably aren't that good for you, and then being able to buy higher quality chicken or higher quality steak, however you want to go about it, or higher quality vegetables if you're a vegan or vegetarian kind of a thing. And it just allows better room to be allocated for everything else. And once you do this, I promise you, you'll realize that your body and your mind, they kind of they run a little bit smoother, if that makes sense. A little bit more high quality, high level. And you'll see this kind of just make your day a little bit better. Ever since I was working minimum wage, I always tried to buy organic meat just because to me it tasted better, made my body feel better. I was 300 pounds, and after just pretty much eating organic meat and just kind of changing my diet a little bit, I lost over 100 pounds. So it's just something that I don't see myself changing just because it does a lot more for me than what the money could justify. The third thing is probably going to be a shock to some people, but it's going to be the hygiene products that I use, or hygiene products for anyone. I would say you shouldn't be cheaping out on. I could never, ever drop this from my priority list. It's just it's too crucial. But also keep in mind that I don't have a makeup routine or anything like that. So when I talk about hygiene, I'm really talking about sorry. I'm really talking about the basic hygiene. So like I have a nice soap, facial cleanser, exfoliator, moisturizer, sunscreen, beard stuff, kind of things like that. It all totals up to like $150. It's more expensive than what a lot of people use, a lot of people's hygiene products, but it's nothing crazy. I'm not spending $50 on a single product, like I said, like having a makeup routine or anything would. But like I said, this is just something that is very important to me. I can't have a day where I'm smelling bad. I have to take a shower every day. I have to kind of do these things every day. That's just how I was raised, and I kind of take pride in that. Like putting putting moisturizer on my face and kind of doing my whole face routine is very therapeutic every single day. And it's something that I wouldn't want to pass up, especially my body soap. I use Dr. Bronner's peppermint, and that thing is amazing. It'll leave every other soap feeling like it just coats you in this thing that you don't want on your body, so you would never be able to change off of it. Number four is just gonna be shelter. Now, I'm not saying you need to live in a fancy apartment or even live above your means or anything, but just care about where you live. Like for me personally, I can't stay on the first floor, and I will pay a little bit extra to get on the second floor. That's just a priority to me because I care. The extra little bit of cost is worth my mental sanity when I'm not working or just living my life and having to hear footsteps going on above me. Or just even worrying about people peeking into your crib, like when you're not home or when you're sleeping. Those are things nobody wants. So I kind of put in a little bit of extra money to make sure I'm on the second floor. I put in a little bit of extra money to say, okay, I'm gonna live across town and in a little better apartment, like in a better place. I mean, than kind of being over here and trying to save $1,200 a year because I don't want to pay the extra $100 a month. Kind of little things like that. Just care about where you live. I don't ever take things like that for granted. I did when I first moved out, and it was a terrible mistake. So these are the things that I think that you should never ever cheap out on. Everybody's gonna have their own list, and everybody's gonna have their own reasoning. So let me know down below what yours are. Maybe you'll even make your own video and share it to me. I'm very excited to see what y'all do and how you think about what are priorities to you. And remember that with your money, you need to find priorities, and you need to find other things that you can just understand that your money doesn't have to go there every single time. So, like I said, let me know what you guys think. I hope you have a great one. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.